morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning. I have a doodle under my feet. It is the most beautiful morning. Oh my goodness. I wish you could just be right here with me in the garden. But I've got the window opened and it is only, it just turned 72 degrees. And so which means it's right about 70 outside and it feels amazing. So I almost thought I needed a sweatshirt for a second, but I'm like, no, I've got my sleeves. I'll warm up in no time. And I'm finishing my coffee for the morning, which is delicious. So I thought before I get started on everything in the garden that we would go ahead and make the cinnamon rolls from Joanna Gaines. She just launched the cinnamon rolls, the banana bread, chocolate chip cookies, the silo cookies, and the sugar cookies at Target, and I picked up the cinnamon rolls. So I'm gonna go inside and start those, and then while they're cooking, come out here and get stuff set up, and then I'm gonna have breakfast in the garden. I love to put a podcast on or just some really pretty music and kind of sit down and have my breakfast if it's something small like a cinnamon roll, and finish my coffee at my little bistro table, and then we will start working in the garden. So welcome to the greenhouse, and let's have a great Saturday. Little change of plans. I think that while I'm waiting on the cinnamon rolls to cook, it would be a perfect time to start slicing up that okra to freeze. And now I can see I have a lot of okra to harvest, so I'm going to do that real quickly. So I've always said that whenever you harvest in the garden, one way to just make it feel super special is to always have a harvest basket. So I have a couple in here for sure. I have this one, and it doesn't hurt to tie a pretty bow on it. So this is my smaller one, and I get my baskets at Hobby Lobby for the most part because the prices, you just cannot beat them. Watch for them to go 40 and 50% off, and you will come out with some of the most beautiful baskets. So I also have my large harvest basket, which in the summer, this was full of tomatoes. You just would not believe it. So this is one of my favorites. And then I have, let's see, oh, this was from Target. I got this year. This is in hopes of all the flowers we're gonna have in the spring, and it's gonna be beautiful. And I've shared this one before. I'm not gonna take everything out of it. This was from Target as well, but when I'm not using it, I have it as a little decor piece. And then, which other ones? This is not a harvest basket, but it is very, very pretty when you put flowers sticking out from it. So hopefully we'll have some real pretty flowers. But it's also pretty for artificial flowers. These are great little harvest baskets to give away because they are like $3.99. They hold my little towels that I need whenever I'm cleaning my hands, and then I just take them inside and wash them. Oh, this is one of my favorites that you can, oh, and what I love about it, my baskets are storage baskets when they're not being used for harvest, and this is like $3.99. Look how cute that is with the little ribbon tied to it, and just holds all my supplies when it's not being used for harvest. Okra today so that we're not so scared of it. I just don't like the okra too. This one? You don't like the okra? Okay. We do not like the okra. Let's sit it there and see if maybe he'll like it. So we do not like, I think we did really good with our harvest. We have 4 heavy hitters. We have 1 burgundy, and then I cannot remember the name of this one, but one of that. So we've got a lot inside. We need to go cut these up and put those in the freezer so that they're ready to just pull out and put right in the air fryer. That is the best way to have it all year long. And then also we're gonna go start our cinnamon rolls. Okay, so my okra is cut. I'm letting it air dry because I washed it and I don't want to put it in the Ziploc wet. That'll just make it really stick together. And I'm going to put this in my compost so that I can give back to the garden. Okay, so our cinnamon rolls need to sit out for an hour. So I've put them on the counter. It said 45 minutes to an hour, so we'll cook those in a little while. But I am gonna go ahead and start transplanting some carpet of snow, sweet alyssum. I've got some places I really need to replace and go ahead and pull out what's just not working, so we'll do that now. Okay, so this is the one that's just not doing so good. So I'm gonna cut out all of this dead part. And then if there's, you know, I might just go ahead. I mean, I know there's a little bit of greenery on that, but it's just struggling so much. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of all of this, and we're going to replace it with the carpet of snow, sweet alyssum. One thing that I think I'm going to do to kind of give back to the soil, I'm going to take, sometimes they call this chop and drop. I'm going to do kind of my own form where I'm going to chop and flip. So we're going to flip that under, and then I'm going to go get some more soil and build this up. And then if anything grows from that up, hey, that's fine. But at least my micros can get that. Now last night we planted, well, I'll show you that in a minute. I'm getting ahead of myself. But yes, we're just gonna let that go, and let me go get some soil. Those microorganisms underneath there are gonna absolutely love that sweet alyssum is still there. I found that growing the sweet alyssum by seeds was extremely easy. I just hope that it transplants and continues to grow as easy as it was to do this, and I will definitely be growing my sweet alyssum from seeds. You can already see some flowers, so I'm really excited to get this in the ground. There we go. Let me go get some pine straw and get her taken care of. I might add a little bit more soil to this area. Okay, I just ran inside and grabbed my garden journal and my pencil because I really need to make sure I'm writing down where I planted what and where and when, so that I can keep track. Because if not, by the time the day's done, I'll have to go back and pull cups, and it's just easier to do it right after each one. So this bed is complete. I just did the 2 sweet alyssums. I did one last night. No, I did one last night and one today. And part of me wants to continue to kind of see, and I've done lettuce here and I've done lettuce there, and I still want to do like something there and something there, but I have to remember this is going to grow and take up so much space. So I need to leave this bed alone. I'm going to consider this bed completely finished. So it is done. Okay, so for this one, I'm just going to go in here and clean up all of this dead. I'll trim all of this. I'm going to trim all of this, and I'm going to plant this new one in the front. I'm going to try to save her. I'll trim up any dead, and then we should be set here and only need one. Okay, I'm really pleased with the front of this one. I've got the pine straw in place, so this one has been replaced. All of the dead little limbs have been trimmed off, and then the pine straw is kind of lifting it up to help it grow up and over and just be so much more healthier. So that is set. Okay, this one is complete. The pine straw really settles down. It's hard working with it when it's dry like that, but it will settle down, and then the plants will definitely be seen more. But this is the look I'm trying to achieve, where it just kind of drapes over. It's absolutely beautiful. So that part is done. Next on the list, we're going to move right over here. This one needs all 3. It's really interesting to me that I lost all 3 when these 3 pretty much stayed, and they're right next to each other. So it's not like they got a difference in sun throughout the season, but we're going to go ahead and plant these 3. I should mention, I have the most beautiful playlist going. It's Dayfullofblessings on Spotify that I created. It is the perfect garden to table, sitting on the patio, eating dinner, working in the garden music. You'll love it. It's on Spotify, absolutely free, Dayfullofblessing. But we've got this one done, and she's tucked away right there in front of the marigold, which will continue to grow taller. She'll grow out and over, one right there, and one right there. So I think that is really pretty. This bed does not need any. This bed is complete, and this bed is complete with its new little babies that were put in there. So now let's see if we can do, I'd like to do a couple of straw flowers along here. So let me go see what I can get done. Okay, this has to be one of the most interesting things. So this says straw flower, and those match all the other straw flowers, but this looks 100% like a tomato, and I did not have tomato seeds anywhere near this. Now I could be wrong, but that looks like a tomato. So I have decided to go ahead and plant some straw flowers in here and tuck them away. I am not as familiar with straw flowers, and I checked and it says that they are ready to be transplanted, but they just look so small. I expected more of a stem. So this is a big gamble. We're just going to see because they all look the same, but my research shows they're ready. So it is warming up. But I'm getting to where I'm worried you may not be able to hear me out there because the wind, there is a bit of a breeze, which feels amazing. It's just that the sun is definitely out, and this is a straw flower. I am taking a gamble because I did my research and it says it's ready to be transplanted. I had a couple of seedlings in there, more than what needed to be, so I'm going to have to really delicately separate those. I'm going to transplant these and see. This is my first time ever growing these. I guess I expected it to be more like a marigold and have more of a stem, so we're doing this one together. Okay, I have to tell you, if you grow straw flowers, please tell me if this was the right time. From all my research, it was, but they seem extremely delicate, extremely delicate. I'm literally going to take piece by piece of the pine straw and put underneath it. They seem very delicate, so fingers crossed these are okay. Okay, it is definitely time for a break, and I'm going to try my cinnamon roll. And I've already taken a bite. I wanted to make sure the center was done, and I can tell you, this is not a cinnamon roll out of the can. It is absolutely delicious, and I would say that it is worth the price. It is like a bakery cinnamon roll. I don't know if you can see. It's just, first of all, it's huge, and you can just tell it has that bakery-like consistency. I honestly feel like I just went to a fresh bakery and picked this up. That is delicious. Okay, so I'm gonna sit here and catch up and write my straw flowers in here that I planted. But I have to tell you, I'm not planting any more straw flowers. I'm gonna test out the rest of them and see how much bigger they get in their cups under the green light, because I'm extremely worried about those. I think that they were too small. Even though everything I was reading was saying it was time, I'm gonna do a test on my own, and that's the good thing about the garden. It's my garden and I can test out how I'd like. But I'm gonna write down what I just planted and just sit here and enjoy my, by this time it's brunch. It's so later in the afternoon, but highly recommend Joanna Gaines' new Magnolia Table cinnamon rolls. They are fantastic. So this little guy is just a mess. These straw flowers are never going to make it, so I'm going to take those out, but I don't know how I would have ended up with a tomato because my tomato seeds were not even taken out. They're in their own container, and I've never crossed anything. I'm thinking this was in the soil somehow that I purchased. I know that's a tomato plant. I know my tomato plants. So, and you can see the little oh gosh, roots that are starting. So that is interesting that I had a tomato plant come in here. Part of me wants to just go ahead and cut the tomato because I know it's not going to grow, and let these straw flowers finish. I think that's what we'll do. We'll just cut it right at the root. This is absolutely delicious, if I did not say. I can't stop eating it. So let's go ahead and cut this. That was painful, but I know that's a tomato. Now I'm going to take these inside and put them back under the grow light. Okay, we are going to go ahead and plant some giant red mustard, which, by the way, I started eating last year. I absolutely love it. It has like a horseradish bite to it. It's fantastic. So we're we're gonna put it right here. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gotta look at my garden journal and make sure I'm going in the right spot. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. I'm right. Okay, thank goodness for my garden journal. Okay, now I want to add some more flowers, and I have the sugar and spice marigold and 2 more sugar and spice marigolds. So we are going to go with number 12. I call it SS marigold. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. SS marigold. And then we have one more, 16, 17, 18. SS marigold. Oh, I thought that was one of my good ones. That was just an empty cup. I'm taking a break here because I'm going to run to Lowe's with my husband, and I need a new watering can because all of my little delicate plants like this, I need a better water can. I just bought a very inexpensive one, and it pours out water so heavy I don't want to risk hurting them. But before I go, I want to mention I'm kind of over root vegetables right now. I'm not excited about them, so I'm going to remove these, and I'm going to make this a beautiful space for more flowers that I know I will enjoy. So normally I would sleep on a decision like that, but I know I'm done, so we're going to pull those out when I get back. But these new guys, they are in their place. Okay, they have snapdragons, $1.98. Oh my goodness. Okay, this definitely caught my attention. Oh, I thought about growing some of these. Okay, I don't know how going to Lowe's ended up turning into running into Hobby Lobby and finding the most gorgeous photo I've ever seen, and it's going to replace this. This is coming down, and I'm painting the walls cream, and this photo is going up, and I'm getting rid of the lamps, and I am having 2 sconces put up, and it's going to be stunning. And I could not believe this was 50% off at Hobby Lobby, and that's what's going to hang there, and then the 2 sconces. It is going to look so updated and so fresh. I'm just so excited. Look how gorgeous that is. It was $70 and then 50% off of that. So what is that, like $35? Could not resist. Love it. Okay, I've brought in all the others because they don't need too much sun, and I will work on more tomorrow. So these are in. Okay, I told myself I was going to Lowe's to just go get a new watering can, which that's accomplished. I'm very, very pleased with her. That's going to be my fish emulsion, and my other watering can is my organic weed killer. That way I don't get any of that residue in this one and hurt my plants. With that said, I didn't even want any flowers. I am so proud of the flowers I have grown, but I thought what a fun experiment it would be to buy some store-bought flowers and compare them to my seed-grown flowers and see how they do. Let me show you what I got. Hold. Okay, I bought 4 of these. They are like, they're violas, but they're mini. And they are the cutest thing I think I've ever seen. They are so cute. I almost want to take them and put them like, I have this little pot from Hearth and Hand. How cute would that be inside of that? I almost want to do one inside of my kitchen and just have it. So I think we're gonna plant that one in this. This is all gonna be a job for tomorrow, so you'll see this in the next vlog, but I think I'm gonna plant her in that. I could even, oh goodness, this is so cute. I could even plant her in the scallop dish to give it more room to grow. I don't know, tell me in the comments, what do you think? This one has the built-in little watering thing, which makes it better for inside, I think. So we'll do that. And that way, when it cools off in the greenhouse, because they like it to be cooler, I can move her out here and see her every day in the greenhouse. So let's put that back. All right, so I got 5 of those. I don't know why I only did one, but I only did one pansy. So, and I got the purple, which really matches this nicely. Oh, I know why. I'll show you why in just a minute. It just hit me. And then I got 2 snapdragons in the purple pink. It's kind of purplish pink. We are going to need to snip these, so it's probably going to be about right there, and I'll cut that off. That way she grows kind of bushy. But I've decided to get 2 of these to be able to compare to the ones I'm growing. Now I'm growing, let me see what variety this is. Hold on, it's really hot, so excuse my hair. This one doesn't say what kind it is, but I'm growing a Madam Butterfly and a tall snapdragon. So we'll see how this one does compared to it. And then I got some biotone, because this is supposed to be really, really good for your flowers. So we're going to feed our flowers. But anyway, let me show you how I'm going to plant these. So tomorrow we're going to come out here and plant all the violas inside of my ceramic bunny planter. I got this on QVC and I love it. I don't think I've ever would have spent that much for a planter, and except for the fact my husband said, Erica, it's got bunnies on it, and my whole garden theme is bunnies. So this sweet Alyssum has had it. She is dead. But what I thought we would do, the sweet Alyssum is so dead, she literally just kind of picked right up. So we'll put her in the compost. But what I thought would be pretty is if we put a viola right in the center, no, a pansy right in the center, and then we take 2. I'm hoping that I can split this up a bit, but we'll take the 2 violas and split them so that we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and the viola the larger pansy will sit up higher than the violas, and I just think that's going to be absolutely gorgeous. So we'll do that tomorrow. And then also on the list for tomorrow, we'll get this planted and she'll sit inside. I think she's going to be gorgeous. I need to figure out where I want to put these 2 snapdragons, so I need to go look at that. And I need to fish emulsion, which I said I was going to do that first thing this morning, but I am going to have to do it later this evening because it is full sun, bright, middle of the day, hottest point of the day, and I do not need to water my plants right now. That's the worst time possible to do that. So we'll do that in just a couple hours. I'm going to go make myself a delicious iced coffee. Oh, the buggies are coming around my plants. I'm going to go make myself a delicious iced coffee, but let's go see where I might put these. Okay. I think I'm going to plant this one right here, kind of in front of the sweet Alyssum, because the sweet Alyssum is not going to get tall. It's going to grow wide and over. And then I've got a cabbage there, so nothing's going to go here. I'm going to get rid of the chives that are right here. I'm going to try to transplant them, but if I lose them, it's okay because I have 3 more over there and I have plenty. So she's going to go into the place of the chives. And I'm going to bring her up just a little so that these 2 kind of sit like this. And then the rosemary will be there. A beautiful cabbage will grow kind of in the middle of it. I think that's the perfect spot. So that's on the list for tomorrow. I am going to go take these buckets and put them over the Strawflowers that I planted today. I can tell they're struggling a little bit because that sun is so bright and I just want to kind of protect them a little. These are ventilated. Let me go cover up the Strawflowers. So I'm just going to have them covered until tonight when the sun goes down. I'm telling you, I'm so worried. I planted those at the wrong time. They just seem to be too delicate. So I'm letting all the others continue to grow. I'm not following the advice that I've been reading. So they'll grow. And then one other thing that I picked up were some purple alliums. I think these are going to be so pretty. You plant these, I'm going to plant them at the end of October, and then they will bloom late spring. So I am going to do all 6, and I'm probably going to put them in this bed right up here because those are going to be beds for flowers, and so I think it's going to be gorgeous. So that is all for right now. Okay, it is hot outside, hot, but I'm getting all cleaned up because I need to feed my sourdough and let her sit, and then tomorrow you'll see it in the next vlog. I'll feed her again, let her sit, and then I'm going to make a roasted garlic rosemary sourdough bread. and I'm so excited about that. It's my first time making it and using my own rosemary, and then maybe one day in the future I can use my own garlic, but I think it's going to be delicious. So let me grab my sourdough.
Put your lips on mine. I love it when...
Okay, so it is almost 6 o'clock and we went out to dinner. Had a really good quick dinner that we didn't have to get dressed up for, which was super nice. And I'm gonna take these off because the sun has gone down. I think we're okay there. I just feel better because, like I said, I really think I planted these too soon, but we're going to do everything possible to just help them grow and do a little better, and I'm not planting any others until they get bigger. All right, now it's time to fish emulsion. Okay, so come here. So I did decide I want to go ahead and use my biotone on the little Strawflowers before I do the fish emulsion. Okay, everybody, that is it. I am a hot mess, but I think I told you we went and had dinner and it was fantastic, and then we came back and it had cooled off enough, the sun went down, so I did my fish emulsion. It smells terrible out here, and I'm gonna hurry up and get inside because my work is done, everything is cleaned up, the greenhouse is ready for me to come out in the morning, and I'll share that in the next vlog. But I am so excited to get these precious babies planted. Aren't they just adorable? Look how that literally has the cream and the purple in one petal, and then with a touch of yellow. It's so pretty. We're going to get our snapdragons planted. So, and if I'm looking at this correctly, I actually have 2 in each one. So I have 4 snapdragons for $1.98. That's like almost $1 a piece. I might have to go get some more. No, step away, Erica. You already have enough. You've planted yours. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for being here and growing my garden with me. We're going to watch it grow throughout the entire fall season, and it's going to be so special. There's so much that's going to be coming up. We're going to be planting our ranunculus and getting them started. We've got bulbs we'll be looking at. We've just got so much to come, and I feel like we're growing this garden together, and I'm so happy you're here. So I would love to hear a comment, anything that you would like. I just love chatting back and forth with you. So share a comment with me. I'd love it. But thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. See you tomorrow.